beneath my wings. Oh, hello. Welcome to Dungeons and Donuts, GoNuts for Gaming video podcast. I am Ronan. Oh, episode 3. Thanks, Mark. I am Ronan, as it says on my lovely shirt. This is Mark.
Hello.
Doesn't say it on his lovely shirt. His name is wearing it. And this is Jerry.
I didn't realise we had a uniform.
Sorry. We have a uniform now.
Well, no, you have a uniform.
If we don't wear a uniform, Maud will put us in detention. Yeah. So welcome. Today we are discussing our top 10 favourite games. Is
Is that what we're supposed to do?
Enthusiasm.
Yeah, top
I have it here.
top 10,
10.
Jerry, not top 2s.
Well, Jerry will have, as you know, his top 10 number 2s. That's not a rude thing. It's the way he does things. So straight into it, lads.
Yeah, straight into it.
Forrest,
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first, sure.
Go.
Because I'm me. So number 10 for me, I think I've played this game for many, many years. I think it's the first kind of nerdy, geeky game I've played. And that's Magic the Gathering. And in particular, the Commander format of Magic the Gathering, because I just don't have the cards to play Standard or Legacy, but I have some old cards and cool cards to play Commander. And Commander is fun, where you have like a big, cool, legendary guy. Yeah. You play a bit of Commander.
A small.
I've even played some Commander.
I have 2 decks.
So you have big, super cool decks with cool stuff in it and really cool combos, and you can do all really cool things. And Commander is good fun, especially when you just play it casually. It's really, really good
Having
fun.
the crack.
Lads.
Jerry, do you want to go?
Sure. Funny enough, I have a card game as my number 10 as well. The Game of Thrones 2nd edition LCG.
Lovely.
Like that, it's kind of the first card game I really got into. Based on the Game of Thrones books rather than the TV show.
And there's what, 9 houses, isn't there?
No, 8 houses.
8 houses. You wouldn't think of those, Jerry, would you? Anyways.
There's one house.
Greyjoy. There's only one house in Jerry's.
Greyjoys.
Jerry's land. Greyjoys. Pirates. Shock.
Him and his pirates.
Kelsey.
My turn. Mine is the Descent Journey
Into the Underdark.
Is it there somewhere? I don't know. Yeah, it's a brilliant kind of dungeon crawly game. Whenever I've played it with an overlord, Ronan's been the overlord, and he's very beneficent. He's a nice guy. Benevolent. Beneficent.
Ben Elephant.
Ben Elephant. And then the app, the Delve app, just up to the skill level required to a point where we can't
play that and get out of the first bloody room.
That's mine. Descent.
That's a good choice.
I think we've talked about it before. So
there are a lot of expansions.
I need to order up some of those.
Cool. So number 9 for me is a game that I got a couple of months ago. I've only played it 4 or 5 times, but the fact that what it is, it's just amazing. So Mechs versus Minions is the program game that's based around League of Legends. But the whole thing, it's a huge box.
And it's reasonably priced.
Very reasonably priced for what you get. Everything's packed amazingly. It's just one of the best produced games I think I've ever seen.
It almost made it to my list, but I've only played it once, so I figured I couldn't put it on the list.
We played it like 7 times. It's a really, really good game, and I must break it out again and finish it.
You should.
Yeah. It's a fantastic game. Kind of like Robo Rally, but not as annoying.
Yes.
That's my number
9. I would agree with you. My number 9 is Machikoro.
Number 2, sure.
No, I'm actually going to do it properly.
Okay.
My number 9 is Machikoro. Yeah. So it is like what Monopoly should be.
I've never heard it talk.
Good.
Describe about that.
That's how I always describe it.
A good Monopoly.
No,
Monopoly
it's like
that's
what it
fun.
should be. It's a simple game. You're basically buying cards to build a city, to earn money, to buy the 5 landmarks that you have to get to win. Yeah. It's a very good entry level game.
Yeah.
It's good for kids. It's very brightly coloured, and the rules are simple.
Yeah, it's excellent.
But there's major layers of strategy in it once you get into it as well.
Machikoro should really be on my list, I think, but it just didn't make it. But I played a lot with the family. It's really good for the kids.
Yeah.
Same. It's good.
Is ruthless.
And Mags is ruthless.
Yeah.
Well, and Sorka. Sorka, my 9-year-old daughter, is ruthless.
Purely.
Mark.
My number 9 is a game that Ben, our German friend, introduced me to, and that's Libertagia.
Oh, yeah.
And I still don't know how to explain this game, so I just know it's brilliant. It's kind of a deck building game. That's standard, but then you start the second round with different cards potentially to everybody else in the game, and you all get the same cards.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I don't know how to explain
It doesn't
it.
have a
I've never.
type, does
Yeah,
it? But it's a good game. It is very
It's
good.
good.
it is brilliant. I was explaining to my wife for about 6 months before we played it, and then she played it. I went, "Yeah, you can't explain this game."
I played it with you the night of the last
Yeah,
game.
it's a brilliant crack.
I didn't have a clue.
So that's my number 9.
Number 8 then. So my number 8
It's one of those.
is a game that really, it's very important to me because it got my wife into playing kind of the next level game. So it's a game called Terraforming Mars. It's a really good game made by Stronghold. So the idea of it, it's like, what's that? Damon Hill, maybe? Not Damon Hill, he's a writer. Not Damon Albarn, he's a writer. Matt Damon.
The Martian.
The Martian.
Wow, it's Terraforming Mars. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much the same thing.
Sorry,
Really?
okay. All right, Mark.
Well done.
So it's like almost like The Martian, except you're a corporation and you're trying to build a settlement on Mars to get the oxygen level up and the water level up.
Kind of like Total Recall.
Kind of like Total Recall with Matt
It's Matt
Damon.
Damon.
So yeah, it's a really good game. I thoroughly recommend it. A nice, I wouldn't say it's heavy. I don't know. You say it's heavy? Mark?
No. I think once you can, it's kind of like in the
There.
same level as Great Western Trail. They'd explain.
Yeah, but I think some people might think Western Trail is heavier. There's more options than
I
Western
think,
Trail.
I think Great Western Trail is scary when you play it
Anyhow.
first, but yeah.
Terraforming Mars, my number 8.
My number 8 is Maddewar. It's an old school game from Games Workshop.
No, that's
Old
way
school.
old school.
Yeah.
I don't even
So
know what this
basically,
is.
it's you're controlling
Yeah.
fleets of ships.
If you're not 40 years old, you probably want to tune out there for like a minute.
Fleets of ships set in the old Warhammer world, and in the campaign mode, you can improve your ships, a bit like Blood Bowl and Necromunda and the likes. And there's like, within the squadrons of ships you pick, there's a lot of different options of like, so you could
Cool.
crew escaping ships.
And it's coming back.
Is
Maybe.
it?
Maybe.
Oh, Ronan, you're not teasing me.
It might be coming back
Oh, that'd be
with
great.
specialist games. And
But it's a very fun game.
Cool.
Very fun game.
My number, what, 8?
Oh, it's pirate based as well, isn't it? Very, really.
Yeah, it's pirate based.
Is it
Number-
pirates?
Your number 8,
Really?
Mark. Yeah.
My number 8 is
Didn't even
Marvel
notice.
Legendary.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Good call, man.
it's the kind of deck building game from Upper Deck. They've brought out loads of different versions of it, but
It's the original.
it's the original, and I just love the kind of
Great
Marvel
design
hero-y
on it.
stuff. And it is, I think, a brilliant game.
It is.
I usually play with you. I played it with my wife a couple of
I
times.
played it with you.
I've never actually played it solo. I must play it solo and see what
Yeah,
it's
I've
like.
played it
It's
solo
tough.
a few times. It's good. It
But I
is.
have all the expansions, and
Yeah.
I am eagerly awaiting on the new X-Men expansion.
Oh, yeah.
That's out. I think it's Gen Con. It's coming out.
Yeah, I think it's been
Okay.
Been released
as a
or
thing.
yeah, something like that.
Cool, so number 7s. Number seven. Okay, so my number 7, Jerry talked about it already. The Game of Thrones card game. I really enjoy this card game. It's
It's fun.
basically crunching numbers with Game of Thrones characters. So if you imagine Westeros was a giant big accountancy firm.
Is that the way you're supposed to play?
That's yeah, I think
Wow.
that's it. Yeah, numbers.
That game that was boring is just infinitely
But
more
no, it's
boring.
really, if you look at the Game of Thrones theme, it's
Yeah.
really cool. It runs along the storyline with the books,
Yeah.
more so than the
And the characters
Series.
play like.
yeah.
The
And
characters.
you won't make friends playing it, especially Melise.
I don't know, I've made loads of friends. We're still.
But
friends,
I'm not
right?
great at it. I just love playing the game. It's really good fun.
Ditto.
And building decks is always great.
Yeah.
That's my
Can't
number 7. Game of Thrones.
So my number 7 is Dead of Winter.
I was going to put this on, but
It's
just about short.
It's called a crossroads game, so which is kind of cool. There's a basic story where you're working to survive as a colony, and then each player on their turn gets a crossroads card read, which is usually a thing you take a risk to get a big reward, and if you fail, there's a punishment. But it's just another good game for slightly higher than entry level of getting people who mightn't necessarily play board games playing board games because
Yeah.
it's not that difficult.
It is a kind of a gateway game.
Yeah, it's a little bit
And
more
it's got
difficult
the
than
zombie theme that kind of
And
appeals to
betrayer
people.
Yeah, yeah.
aspects as well.
Yeah, it's
Which-
cool.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can really play with
Actually,
them.
a funny story.
Oh,
The first time I
better be
played
funny.
Dead of Winter, we had all the betrayal cards in there, and we were all betrayers without us even realizing, which was fun.
Whoops. Ah, well.
So that was your number
7.
My number 7 is a game that I'm assuming is on your list, which is Warhammer Age of Sigmar. or the Warhammer games in general, I suppose.
I'm going to get given that to later, I think.
Oh yeah.
Is it not on your list? I'd be surprised.
Anyway,
Anyway, I just like it's what got me into kind of the gaming hobby in the Galway area. It's how I met both of you. Actually. Well, I met Jerry playing 40k, but I met you playing Warhammer up at the Fun Forge, and it's kind of what got me into board games in general.
Everything, really.
Everything, yeah. So that's. And we went to Nottingham, of course.
And we went to Nottingham.
Had the crack.
Had the crack.
crack.
Mighty crack lot.
So that's me. That's
Number 6 is my number 6 is this is the first kind of big epic game I've seen. I've seen it being played on tabletop, the Will Wheaton video thing.
Yes.
It's a game called Fortune and Glory. So it's like Indiana Jones, essentially. Indiana Jones, the board game. So you're traveling around the world, trying to find relics and treasures and stuff like that. And in the meantime, you're fighting Nazis or you're fighting the mob. You could meet the mob in the middle of the Alps, which is brilliant.
Yep.
Very thematic. And the way you do challenges is you have a task to do, and if you fail, the task card flips over and it's a cliffhanger. You don't know what's going to happen until the next turn. But it's a really, really good game made by Flying Frog Productions, who make epic big box games. And this kind of takes the spot. I was going to give it to Eldritch Horror, but the reason why I love Eldritch Horror so much is because I really love Fortune and Glory, and they're kind of similar, where you're going around the world doing
similar,
tasks.
Yeah.
But Fortune and Glory has kind of reminiscent value for me. I will always love it. That's my number. What was it?
Six, I think.
Jerry.
My number 6 is Talisman. It's
controversial.
Is it?
No.
Controversial. It's a game.
It's
Another
first
old
non-pirate
school
game.
board game.
Yeah, first non-pirate game.
There's pirates in Talisman. Sorry, love.
Oh god.
But yeah, it's a board game of an RPG basically. So you're running around, exploring the land, fighting monsters, trying to pick up equipment, power up to be able to take the crown of command at the end and win the game.
Yeah.
Nice, simple, beautiful artwork.
Relic was on my shortlist.
Relic is like a
the
40k version.
40k version of it, yeah.
Don't play Talisman with the Phantom though.
No. But yeah,
Is that a character in the game?
It was a game I was hunting to get for like 30 years, and I finally got it. And another, funny enough, good entry-level game for people.
Yeah, Talisman is good.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
And the core box set has enough to do, I think, for a good while.
Oh, yeah.
Before you consider it.
Yeah, we're still playing away at the core one.
Cool. What was your number 6?
That was my number 6.
Mark.
My number 6 is Scythe, the big game of 2015. 16?
Last year?
15? Yeah,
16.
2016.
Some year previous.
I've played it 4 or 5 times, but it's just I don't get the time to play it any more than I have done. But I do want to get it out again and start playing it more.
We love when Mark gets side out.
I need. Stop it. And I need to get the expansion off you. Order that for
Yes, yeah.
Didn't you get it already?
No, I didn't. And I forgot to open one, and they all sold. I'm very sad.
Oh no!
Hopefully we can get it because it has the Irish guys in it, the Celtic.
and
the
the Oriental.
guys. Yep.
So number 5.
Number 5.
Oh, my phone locked. Sorry. So my number 5 is a great Viking game that Jerry can't get his head around because it's not about fighting really.
It's not about being a Viking.
It's a cool mini or not game called Blood Rage. So it's a big Viking game with loads of cool miniatures, as is with Cool Mini or Not, or Simon, as they're called now. Yeah, so you're playing and it's got card drafting and it's got kind of almost like worker placement, but not really.
Area control-y a bit.
Area control-y. It's got the works, and it's written by Mr. Lang, Eric Lang, who designs great board games for Pleasure. If you ever want to come to Galway. But yeah, Blood Rage, it's great. You can win the game by losing battles.
That's how you
And going to Valhalla and getting loads of victory points.
Yeah, I don't get that bit of it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's our
the intentionally losing
fights to
get all of your guys to go to heaven.
Valhalla, and then you get extra points for when they're removed from Valhalla. You get points for going to Valhalla.
I don't. It doesn't go well.
It's my head as well.
It doesn't go
It
well.
is a cool game, but
That's because you're Tickles.
Yeah, probably.
I know you're not.
Probably.
Great. So that was my
Yeah,
number
5.
5.
My number 5 is Inish. It is.
There's no pirates in it.
No, there's no pirates. It's
Growing whale in it? No?
No. It's beautifully. Just looks beautiful. It's a game based on Irish mythology.
It's,
the art is the majority of the art is done by Jim Fitzpatrick, very famous Irish artist. Like that, it's a bit like Blood Rage in that there's a bit of area control, there's a bit of deck building, there's a bit of worker placement, and it's not all about fighting. You actually get penalised for fighting in it. But it's just a really cool game to play.
Yeah, you said you were going to bring this down, yeah?
Yeah,
I haven't played.
I
haven't played it yet.
I've only played one game of it.
It looks great.
But I really want to play with you guys.
You played one game with us, you're 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was very, very hard
Must
to
be
get
good.
Yeah.
in the store, and when we got I think we only got 8 or 10 copies, and they just went like that.
I was lucky enough to get the last one.
Yeah,
Impressive.
a really good game and really good price point.
Yeah, it
50
was.
50
It
euros.
wasn't bad.
Very good.
So it was your number 5.
My number 5 is by Days of Wonder.
Oh, yeah.
It is Quadropolis. So this is the kind of city building game where it's kind of worker placement onto the board.
Mark's wife is an architect.
No,
Not,
architectural technician. She'd
Oh,
be
sorry.
insulted if you called her an architect.
Okay.
But so yeah, it's worker placement to get the buildings that you require, and then there's a bit of strategy in
good
working
game.
out which one of the same tile you would get to put it in the right place in your kind of city area map, and it's in points
So
after
when you
that.
take
and
a tile, you have to move.
slight bit of resource management as well.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
move power and people and things like that. It's a brilliant game. Again, it's a Days of Wonder game, so the production
of
and
Wonder.
quality on it is exceptionally high.
Insert Kings.
Insert Kings. It's kind of an OCD mecha game. It's just brilliant. Everything goes exactly where it's supposed to. I'm happy when I'm finished.
Cool. And number 4 is my number 4.
Sure.
Is Mark mentioned already. It's Side. I love Side. I love it so much. It's a really, 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 really good board game.
Yes.
It's really clever because
Change it into this.
yeah. Hey, stop it! It's really clever because it makes you think that it's a big fighty battle game with elements of area control, but it's not. It's not. It's just a really clever game, and I've played 3 games and won 3 games, so that's why it's so high on my list.
Whatever. I played 3 games and let you win 3 games.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm just terrible.
Oh yeah, Side. If you get a chance to pick it up, it looks beautiful. It plays beautiful. It's a good game.
It is very good.
That was my number 4.
My number 4 is Time Stories.
Oh yeah.
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 I didn't even think about this, but I should have.
Shame on Mark.
So,
Shame
the
on me.
best description I've heard of Time Stories
And there's
is
no pirates in Time Stories.
there isn't. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
There-
Soon, though.
Not yet.
Soon.
It's the core box is basically a DVD player, and each of the missions is like a DVD that you play through the mission. It's more. There's an element of role playing to it. It's not just a board game, but it's very challenging.
You'll give atmosphere.
Yeah, except it's better.
It's Time Stories is excellent.
It's
It is.
fantastic.
It's
Like,
fantastic.
When you open up the box first, and there's just a whiteboard in front of you, and you literally do not know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You're just dubbed straight in
Yeah.
the middle of an adventure.
And to beat that game,
And all these beautiful cards unfold, and
Yeah.
it looks
the
gorgeous.
whole thinking behind it is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Cool. Mark.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Ticket to Ride, but particularly my favourite one of them is Ticket to Ride Europe.
Boop, boop.
Yes.
Boop, boop. I do have the 10th anniversary edition.
Oh yeah.
I have Europe, I have
You have a lot.
Asia, I have Ireland and the UK.
You even have First Journey?
I have First Journey now for the kids. And it's just a brilliant, it's what I think to be the best intro game that's out there.
Yeah. it
For a
definitely
light
does.
intro game, it's
Yeah.
it's essentially gin rummy
It's-
with a board.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're making pairs.
That's
I'm sure who can't play Gin Rummy.
I hate gin rummy.
I'm terrible at it.
And it's a Days of Wonder game.
It's a Days of Wonder game again.
Yeah.
It
Brilliant.
is brilliant. I really like it. And everybody at this point should know what
I
Ticket
think
to Ride is.
if you don't know what Ticket to Ride is and you're watching
Go
board
get it.
gaming videos,
Go buy
you need
Ticket
to
to Ride.
find out what Ticket to Ride is.
Go buy a copy.
So that is
Okay.
my number 4.
Number 3's.
Top 3.
Top 3. Oh god.
Getting
number
nervous.
3. My number 3. Jerry just mentioned it. Time Stories. Epic game.
Yeah.
I've nothing much more to add. It is a fantastic game. Jerry's analogy of DVD player is spot
I
on.
got that off you.
You did, yeah.
I'll fess up.
That's why I'm saying it's spot on.
I didn't get it myself now, I have to say.
So yeah, the core box is a DVD player. The expansions you buy are DVDs, and the game
and you
plays.
can even pause it.
And I think one of the best moments in gaming I've had is when we worked out the Asylum puzzle, and we just all looked at each other and went,
That's it.
High fives.
"Yeah!" So it was great.
When we
Time
found the
stories.
card we were missing that somebody had, and then we were
Hidden under my arm. Yeah, so that was my number 3. Time Stories. Check it out.
My number 3 is Seafall. It was my first ever Legacy game that I played.
Oh yeah.
It's basically you have a huge area of a map uncovered, and you're going around exploring, trying to find islands, without giving away too much, trying to find out more about the story as well, because there's a whole backstory going on in the background.
So it's got that kind of book where you go to page
It's
X.
like
Find your own adventure
find
book.
your own adventure books. And you're trying to figure out kind of what the hell is going on. And like that, the further you go into the game, the more rules you got as well, which is kind of cool.
We can't say much about it because
No, you can't.
it is a good game.
But
Good game.
I really like
Just
that
missed
game.
out on my list. I think. Mark.
My number 3 is Lords of Waterdeep. It's a
Worker placement.
worker placement game. That's
D&D based.
brain fell apart. I've got the expansions for it as well. The expansions aren't a requirement as such, but I do think they add an extra level to it, especially the corruption.
I have never played
corruption.
Scoundrels Port.
Yeah, the Scoundrels of Skullport.
Skullport.
That corruption mechanic is brilliant, and playing as the Xanathar, which is one of the lords, and he works with corruption. It's very tricky, but when you win with the Xanathar, it's an achievement, and I've done that.
Cool.
I'm not a fan of. Well, I do like playing it. It's just. There's other games I like. Waterdeep is this kind of. Sometimes is it the conspiracy cards?
Yeah.
You get have this like take that nature to it where.
Yeah, you take you.
Yeah. So it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. It's not my.
Yeah, it depends who you're playing with, I suppose.
Yeah, it does.
I
Don't
tend
play
not.
with the Phantom.
I tend not to use those
Or
kind of intentionally mess somebody up.
Cool.
The other ones are the
Ask
mandatory
yourself.
requests. They're always funny. If somebody's got a massive lead, you just hit them with a mandatory request and wrecks them for a turn.
Ooh. So number 2's Jerry's favorite section.
Jerry's favourite number.
So my number 2, and this is maybe why I'm going to get given out to, is Games Workshop games in general. So the 3 big ones.
Terrible Ronan.
So
That's
Blood Bowl.
ridiculous.
Well, Blood Bowl and Age of Sigmar are linked because it's Warhammer.
Linked, yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, poker and solitaire
Leave
are
me alone.
linked. They both got cards.
I love them all so much.
Shish now.
And
Sarah
then,
goes my
40k, a new 40k is out, and sure,
God.
isn't Age of Sigmar 40k?
Right,
in
the
a different-
Primarchs are just Bretonians long
Exactly.
since dead or something.
Yeah.
What?
So I love Age of Sigmar, and
Makes
I
no
love
sense as his
40k,
argument.
and I love Blood Bowl.
Four
Blood
games
Bowl
as
if you
number
don't
2.
mind, thanks Mark, when you're finished.
Rant over.
Hands over.
No, not
So
yet.
Blood Bowl, Age of Sigmar, and Warhammer 40k, I couldn't separate them, and they're all Games Workshop games. They all play very similarly now because new 40k is kind of stolen some of Age of Sigmar stuff.
Well,
Everything's on round basis, everything's skirmishing.
Good lessons, I think, would be the way
Yeah,
I'd say.
but they're great gateway games. In particular, Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic little game.
is fun.
You only need 10 models to play it, 11 models to play it, 12 models to play it. Several.
Thereabouts. At the max,
But yeah,
16
so
models.
my number 2, I knew I was going to get ribbed for this, but it's Blood Bowl, 40k, and Age of Sigmar.
Well, I'll go to my number 2 then.
Yeah.
I can't really give out too
Sorry,
much on him because my number 2 is a tie between Blood Bowl and Warhammer.
There you go.
At least I picked one.
Well, for the same reasons, but they were like the first kind of
So our 11 and a
Not-
half favourite games.
not like entry level games I played were Blood Bowl and Warhammer.
This
And
would
I've
be a
been
valid
playing them
argument
for-
if we were doing the top 10 game publishers. We're
No,
not.
but
It's top 10 games.
I specifically named a tie of 2 games, Mark, rather than a games publisher. Can I get on with my spiel here, actually, Mark? Thanks, love. I've been playing them for a very, very, very long time, and there are 2 games I will always go back to. Like, I mean, I will never stop playing Blood Bowlers, Warhammer. 40k just misses out, but that's for nostalgia reasons.
Well, Blood Bowl and Warhammer are kind of, you could say, Blood Bowl is an expansion to Warhammer.
Oh, of a sort, yeah. It's
Football League expansion.
Oh, you stop.
because
If Jarvis Johnson said that,
But yeah,
maybe I
40k
believe it.
just misses out because it's sci-fi, and I'm more of a fancy.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Mark.
the only reason it misses out.
My number 2
I'm gonna
is
get stuck in.
a single game, and it is Pandemic. Now, there's the argument of whether or not Pandemic Legacy is better than Pandemic. I've chosen Pandemic because after you
your
ran
choice.
through Pandemic Legacy,
Even if it's
you
not,
may
it's your
have played
choice.
it up to 17 times. Is it 17 is the max to
Yeah.
play?
Yeah.
But I've played Pandemic far more than 17. Don't get me wrong, Pandemic Legacy is my number 1 gaming experience of all time. Beats Time Stories, beats them all. But I just think that Pandemic, for its replayability, pips it to my number 2.
I'll be honest here. Pandemic Legacy was meant to be on the list, and I forgot.
That's because you had
amazing
3
game.
games at number 2.
3 games at number 2. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'd
I've
pick
never
Pandemic. I think it's a phenomenal game.
Played Pandemic to do.
Well, we'll rectify that, Terry. We will make you play Pandemic Legacy with us.
Yeah,
at
that's
some point.
nice.
You will,
Yeah, I have a season 1 sealed at home for when my kids grow up, and I'll have played Pandemic season 1
Cool.
originally about 15 years in the past, so hopefully I'll have forgotten it all.
Number 1
Play
is
it all
then
again.
the exciting part.
Number 1.
Ooh, I bet you can't wait.
I can't.
I think
Number
if people have watched
I'm sure
the
you said
previous video, they know mine.
Yeah. So my number 1 is a little itty bitty card game that you can pick up, and all you need to play for €18 or thereabouts. Comes in a small box. You can play it anywhere. It's got a great app.
Oh, I know.
It's a game called Star Realms. So it's
Yes.
a deck building game where you kind of, if you're familiar with Minion, I guess you're familiar with the aspects of this and legendary and stuff. So you have your ships and you're using ships to get money, and you buy ships from the trade row, and you have to defeat your opponent, and you both have like certain life points. It means a lot to me because my wife was sick a couple of years ago,
Yep.
and I just constantly sat by her bed and just played Star Realms app while she was out of it for 6 months. And I'm really, really good at it. I don't mind saying. And
You're okay.
You're alright.
I can sit down and beat anyone, I reckon.
You're alright.
But Star Realms is very, very good.
No,
So Star Realms, my number 1.
it is a good game.
Check it out.
My number 1 would be Hero Quest.
Ooh!
There you go.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Another oldie.
Once again, if you are under the age of about 30, you should probably look it up on Wikipedia or something,
Yeah.
or in a museum.
What is this hero?
But it's the game that got me into all of this, like RPGs, board games, wargaming. Hero Quest was
It is one of the
that
daddies.
game. Yeah. Come out Christmas many moons ago, and I saw the ad for it on TV. I was like, I want that.
They look very happy playing that.
Oh, I want that game. It was the barbarian actually. It was the dude, big lad with the long hair and the sword. I want some of that. And then my ma, bless her soul, sat down on Christmas Day and played Hero Quest with me.
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah, she did. Tried to get the brother in, but he wasn't. But yeah, Hero Quest, I owe all of this to Hero Quest.
Yeah. Hero Quest is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
I've never played
I
Hero
think it-
Quest.
Really?
Don't hurt me.
Well, Mark, above whatever about Pandemic, we have to rectify that.
Yeah,
I've
Seriously,
never played it.
It
ever.
is brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I must
Terry's number 1?
put it on my must-have list. Yeah, my number 1. Again, if you saw the video we did, episode 2, it'll be no surprise to any of you. It is Eldritch Horror.
What?
What?
I know.
Controversial.
Shock and horror.
Controversial.
It's a Cthulhu team game is Mark's number 1. Never.
Well, it's not necessarily the Cthulhu thing. It's just, again, kind of like you with Fortune and Glory. That is a brilliant game as well. But I picked Eldritch Horror because I own it and I have all the expansions. And it's just, I love playing that game.
It's very nice.
But
Eldritch Horror
there's
is
a
very
lot of
great.
setup and a lot of teardown in it, so I don't get to play it as often as I want. But when I do play it, I won't say I enjoy every game because if it goes wrong, it goes horribly wrong. But
So
I do enjoy the experience of playing
Mark,
it.
you should have bundled Eldritch Sign, Eldritch Horror, and all those games into one. Like I did.
Yeah, but I didn't actually because I was
Arkham
building
Horror,
it.
LCG.
No,
It would have made me feel better.
it's not about you. Yeah, so again, Eldritch Horror
That's the
is
viewers.
the number 1 for me.
Cool.
I can't say enough good about it, so I just won't say anything good about it.
Okay.
Okay.
So there you go,
Absolutely makes
guys.
sense.
Our top 10 favorite games. Do you think? Here's a quick question.
Okay.
Given we know a lot of games are coming out with this is Gen Con season, and
Yeah.
I'm having a brain fart because I can't think of Essen
Yes.
season. So do you think this time next year, how many of those games would be on your top 10 list?
I would.
Of the current
Of
list,
the current list we just talked about.
I would say definitely the top. Actually, probably all of them, unless something astounding comes out.
Rising Sun maybe might jump
Rising
on.
Sun.
I would
Hopefully.
say
Hopefully it will.
We're
Yeah.
hoping.
there's a possibility of 3 of them getting knocked off.
And I
Because
haven't
I know
played,
one of the things that's coming out is Marvel Legendary X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
We might even bump Legendary
I haven't played
higher up my list.
Gloomhaven is on the way out as well. The
Oh,
big,
yeah.
big
I
huge
haven't
adventure
played that
game.
yet.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay,
not out
guys.
yet? Oh,
It is
it's-
out, but we're only getting copies into the store now in August. So
Right.
massive, huge,
Massive,
massive, huge.
Massive, huge thing.
So there you go, guys. That's our top 10 favorite games. If you want to post up your top 10 favorite games in the comments below.
Oh, you're such a pro.
I am such a pro. Look at that.
Don't forget the subscribe button over
Yeah,
here.
subscribe over
And
here.
like is over here. Yeah, it should
Like
be over
over
here.
on
Here.
Jerry's side there.
No,
Point.
they're
Oh,
both on this side.
somewhere.
Doesn't matter whose
There,
side they're
there.
on.
Down here. We're the box.
So there you go, guys. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more GoNuts
Yeah.
for Gaming. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
GoNuts for Gaming.
Goodbye.
Good. Good luck now.
Go on,
Sound.
leave.
Get out!
Get out.
Cut, Maud. Cut.
Go browse something else.
I'll cut you.